not even started to grow yet. When it starts to grow, it'll start to trickle down. So we're going to pull up the item number again for the gloves, which is 591342. A good pair of gardening gloves is very important when you're gardening out there. And you know, there's a lot of industrial gloves, Carrie, that are kind of big and bulky, but it's hard to kind of manipulate those.
Yeah, right down here. So, and here, I'm gonna just grab that whole box out here. So these are our color choices. You are going to get 2 of them. So it is a 2-pack. I'm wearing the blue right now. I can still feel moisture, right? And so I'm still gonna be able to feel the wetness of the soil, still gonna be able to feel those tiny little roots. They're not waterproof, right? They're not waterproof, but yet when I take them off, and you can see, look at how dirty the tips of these are. I've been digging in the soil the entire time. When I take them off, not a single bit is on my nails. And this is important not just for me because I'm in television and I want to make sure that my hands are always looking well manicured, but because I'm a human being on planet Earth and want to make sure that I still present myself well, even though I'm a gardener and I'm digging in the dirt.
I don't want to think down of you, Carrie Baldwin, with your dirty fingernails.
You would though, wouldn't you?
I would. I'd be like,
people will judge you.
Dirty fingernails.
So again, you're going to get 2 of them.
A lot of people won't garden because of that, because they're like, oh, it's a mess and I don't want to deal with it. So putting on a nice pair of gloves keeps you protected from that. Also, you know, like with succulents and things like that that have little pokey things that stick out, little thorns, and you know, if you have cactus, like we've got the little baby cactus plants in here, you don't have to worry so much about getting those little things into your fingers.
And so on that kind of same note, if you want to use these for even non-gardening things, like I consider taking my Christmas tree in and out around the holidays, right? Or if I'm doing some light housework and I don't want to get my hands all yucky from whatever I'm cleaning, or even like cleaning out the garage, you know, things like that, where you just want to keep your hands protected, but you still want to make sure that you can feel things. You still want to make sure that you have that tactile experience to feel the edges on things, to feel the moisture in the plants that you're planting. These are perfect. What an amazing price for this. And you're going